must walk on water cause I'm drowning and you made it. Met you on the corner, first in love, it was payday. Candy colored nails, match the candy coated bands. I needed your contact, my eyes bugging out my
What's up guys, welcome back to another video. To start this video, I had a bit of a sweet tooth and I cannot film a whole video on an empty stomach. That just would not be right. So first stop of the day is the one and only crumble cookies. Now I just got introduced to crumble about a month ago by my little sister, and ever since I had it, I think my mind kind of exploded and I evolved into a whole new person. It's just that good, so now I'm a little addicted to it. Got 4 new flavors of the week. Got a classic, I don't know if you can see, it's got classic chocolate chip, got peanut butter or something. This is like a mixed brownie right here, and then this one, this square, is kind of like a pumpkin pie. Yeah, pumpkin already. We're in the fall, September. First video September. Welcome to the fall. Fall is my favorite season by far, so I'm not complaining. Summer is honestly kind of overrated. So which one today should we do? The classic David Quayle taste test. I don't know. Honestly, I want to try the pumpkin, but it's probably get a little messy in this box in the car, so I don't want to risk spilling it. That would be bad. So let's go ahead and try out this mixed brownie right here, shall we? Oh yeah, look at that marshmallow coming off. Look at that. That looks amazing. Amazing every single time. 9.25678 out of 10. Now that my stomach is feeling better, now that I got little calories into my system, well, a lot of calories in my system, I'm ready for this video. So hope you enjoyed another one today. Let's go. I'm officially 25 and a half years old right now. I guess I just had my half birthday, and that means I'm now closer to 30 than 20, which is crazy to think about, and I don't like thinking about it because I miss being a kid and I miss being what's known as young. Well, I guess the older people, I still am young at 25 years old, but you get what I'm saying, right? I'm closer to 30 than I am to 20, and this has me thinking, what is the reality of living in your 20s, especially in your mid-20s specifically, especially nowadays in 2024 when whoops, camera just dropped, when everything is a lot different than simply what it used to be. Typically in your mid-20s, you're a couple years out of school, whether that's college, high school, doesn't matter. But most people, like especially your parents and the other higher ups, people, society, expect you to be well into your career off on a good start. I agree with that. You know, I think that career is important. It's not by no means everything, but you gotta set yourself up for success. Things will get more expensive. You should have an upward track and gradually make more money if that is possible. But the reality is, people in their mid-20s, I think we graduated school and we're living in what is the worst job market for a very, very, very long time in this country. I am so fortunate that since I graduated college, I have not been unemployed. I know a lot of people who have gotten laid off or just, like I said, cannot find a job right now. They've submitted hundreds, if not thousands of applications, multiple rounds of interviews just to get ghosted by their employer. It's happening all around, and it puts me at like a crossroads in my life and my YouTube channel personally, because when I quit my original job with this big accounting firm over 2 years ago, I was preaching on YouTube, hey, if you don't like what you're doing, quit your job, find something new and live your life, because life is too short to work something that you hate. Well, the reality is right now, a lot of people are stuck working something that they hate because they cannot even think about changing or quitting their job, because if you leave your job, the odds of you finding a better one or one that pays more is very slim right now. So if you're in your 20s, what I'm trying to get at is that understand you're not alone if you're struggling with work right now. If you're struggling to progress in your career, if you're struggling to make more money, if you feel left behind, I promise you, you're not. The market is difficult for everyone right now, whether you're 20 or you're 60, but I think people in their 20s are affected the most. So hang in there, it will get better. I think there's a crash coming, and then after the crash, things will be reset, but when that is, I don't know. I have no idea. Not no bottom top notch out here. Love me like I love myself. Love it when she smile at me. White teeth with a heart of gold. Now I'ma put a diamond in it. I think a lot of people in their mid to late 20s start at least thinking about buying their first house or property, and that is much easier said than done nowadays, because it is looking less and less likely for a lot of people that's ever gonna happen. What used to be the American dream for us young people is that you get an average job out of school and you're able to buy the average home. You get a really good job later on and you're able to upgrade into a really nice home. Even if you made below the average, you could still probably get into an below average home. At least you can get into one. Now, because homes are so expensive, the average house in this country is over $400,000 now. You need a significantly above average income just to maybe buy the average home, and that screws a lot of people out of the market. And will it ever change? I don't think so, because real estate has always gone up. Most people in their 20s are losing hope to buy a home right now because it's so expensive, and with the rise of home costs, that also means the rise of rent, right? If you can't afford a home, then your only option is to rent, and landlords know that. So if the choice is either renting or be homeless, you're gonna fork out whatever that is in rent. The last couple years I've rented. Now I am looking for my first home purchase. The only reason I'm able to buy a home is that I now live in Cleveland, Ohio, which is one of the cheapest metro areas in the whole country. I was in Atlanta, Georgia for 3 years before this, and you can quite literally cannot get anything there under 400 grand. And in some other areas of the country, it's even more than that, where anywhere in California, bare minimum is like 600 or 700 grand. Florida's gotten crazy. New York has always been a lot, etc., etc., etc. So we try to keep the hope as young people that we will one day achieve home ownership like we were promised growing up. That's the American dream, right? So at least that was once the American dream. This is a house I'm looking at today. I am in the market here. I don't know if I want to buy something now or say 6 months from now, whenever it feels right, I will jump on it. This one is pretty traditional. It's just over 200 grand. I think that's plenty for a first-time home. Crazy, right? 200 grand. You cannot find that in many parts of the country anymore. A couple bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, fenced in backyard. It is pretty small though. 1-car garage, which is fine with me. I don't plan on buying a second car, so this is what I could get. I just realized we're eating like absolute crap today in this video, but I gotta let you know that pizza place right there in Grafton, Ohio, if you're in the Cleveland area, you gotta go check it out. It is easily the best pizza I've ever had. And not ever had, because the best pizza I ever had was still Vinny's in Midtown Atlanta. I will stay true to that until I die. But in Cleveland, that place in Grafton, go check it out. But we're gonna go run off these calories right now. We got soccer practice today. There's 2 more things I want to talk about as you watch your soccer practice here. First of all, I think there is a timeline that everyone tries to meet in their 20s, and there's a lot of pressure from your peers and other people you know and people your age who are doing certain things in life. So when someone is getting a promotion at work that you know, then you feel like you should get a promotion at work as well. If someone is getting married and find love of their life, then you kind of feel pressured and on a squeeze timeline wise to find that person as well and get married. If your buddies are having kids, then you might feel some pressure to have kids yourself. This is all stuff that happens in your 20s, I think, as we get to experience adulthood for the very first time. I just want to remind people that there is no specific timeline. There is no deadline to meet. It's all just man-made, hypothetical, theoretical things that just because some people do it doesn't mean you need to do it as well. So there's no rush to anything. And I also think 20s is when you start to miss your childhood more. Like I mentioned, it's your first crack at adulthood, and it starts to kick in that you're getting older. You're no longer a kid. You're no longer a teen. You're no longer in high school or college, but it's the real world now. And you miss the time where you didn't have bills, didn't have rent, where you could go outside and play with your friends. You miss all the sports after school, and you miss spending your parents' money, like all that stuff you miss, and it's hard to get back now.
Put a foot on it now. Put a foot on it now. You're there. Put a foot on it. Yes, James. Yes.
Soccer-wise, we've had I think a relatively decent start to the season. We've played 3 games so far. We have tied 2 and lost one of them. Our loss was only 1-0. That game I feel like we should have won though. One of the ties I felt like we should have won, and then one of the ties we played this honestly just better team than us, more skillful team than us, and we competed, we hung with them, and we came out with a result. So I think a lot of ups and downs so far, a lot of peaks and valleys, which is expected with this really young group and core that I'm working with. I'm still having a blast. Every single day with these guys it's always a fun time. I try to teach them as much as I can every single day, and then learning from them as well. They always seem to teach me something also. Anyways, that is the reality of being in your 20s. There's a lot of difficult aspects, of course, but in reality, it is fun. Like, it's also cool being in your mid-20s. I think in your 20s, a lot of life milestones occur. You graduate school, typically, usually you could find the love of your life, the one you want to spend the rest of your life with. You might switch jobs, you might have a kid, you might buy your first home, you're in the best health that you probably will ever be. Again, you could go traveling to cool places. Like, a lot of fun stuff happens, I think, in your 20s that might not happen in your 30s or your 40s. But to do all that, you gotta stay committed and work hard. There's a reason I end every YouTube video, if you watch my videos, with work hard and of course be nice to people, because you gotta work hard. You have to work hard in life, harder than people before us had to, in my opinion. So let's wrap this video right here, right now. I really hope you enjoyed it. I'm dropping this on Labor Day, so if you're watching this, hope you had a great Labor Day. Hope you had a nice day off work, and if you had to work, shame on your boss. If you enjoyed this video, please drop me a thumbs up, really appreciate it. Also subscribe to my channel if you have not yet, because I drop a new video every single Monday that you don't want to miss. As always, guys, work hard, be nice to people. I'll see you guys next Monday.